All right, so we're looking for a couple things with this circuit. So we're looking at analyzing series circuits. So the big things that we're going to find that will help us find everything else are, first, we're going to find the equivalent resistance, and then next we're going to find the current, and we're going to use that to find the voltage and the current for all the other resistors. Now, the resistance for each one is already given, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're first going to draw the current that's going through this circuit. So this is the current. All right. Notice I drew conventional current from positive to negative. Now, the next thing I want you to notice is the fact that there are no second pathways. There's one pathway for the current to go through. So the current in the circuit is going to be the same as the current through each individual resistor because they're in the same path. So what we're going to do first is we're going to find the equivalent resistance. In series, what's really nice is that you just add them together. So the equivalent resistance, and we talk about this in class as to why this is the case. So 7 ohms plus 5 ohms plus 4 ohms plus 2 ohms. And I'm going to double check to make sure I got each resistor. So I got 7 ohms, I got 5 ohms, I got 4, and I got 2. That way I know that I didn't skip one, so I don't have a mistake in terms of those calculations. Now, use my calculator, plug it in. I get 18 ohms total. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is that means if I were to replace these 4 resistors, I would replace it with one 18 ohm resistor. I'm going to find the current for the entire circuit. So we remember that Ohm's law is V equals IR. So that means that I equals V over R. So I'm going to divide 9 volts because that's how much voltage I get from the battery. 9 volts divided by 18 ohms gives me 0.5 amps. Okay. Now, you'll notice that I double checked the resistors. It's because if this number doesn't work, this number doesn't work, and none of these numbers work. So I want to make sure that I have a good foundation. So, because this is a series circuit, I can do this. So all of my currents are 0.5 amps. Yay. Okay, now I'm going to find the voltage drop across each of these resistors. So what I'm looking at is we're starting at 9 volts, and each time there's a resistor, it's going to take away some of the voltage. Okay, so it's like the first resistor, and then it moves on, and then it drops again, moves on, drops again. So this is like the 7 ohm, the 5 ohm, the 4 ohm, the 2 ohm, so you get down to 0 volts. So in theory, the sum of all the voltages, like we saw in the activity, should be 9 volts. Let's see if that works. So we're first going to do 2 ohms times 0.5 amps because the voltage drop is going to be the current going through that resistor times the resistance. That's how much voltage that resistor uses. So 2 times 0.5 is 1 volt. Okay. 7 times 0.5 is 3.5 volts. Okay. 5 times 0.5 is 2.5 volts, and 4 times 0.5 is 2 volts. All right, let's go ahead and add those together and see if they in fact give us 9 volts, because that tells us that we did our math correctly. It's a good sanity check to do at the end. So we got 1 volt, and yes, you should have 1.0 for 2 sig figs, but I digress. Plus 3.5 volts, plus 2.5 volts, plus 2 volts. All right, first thing. These two combined, that is 6 volts, plus 1 volt, plus 2 volts. Oh, look, it's 9. So our story checks out. And that is how you find current and equivalent resistance for a series circuit. Okay, next thing you're going to do is you're going to do a practice on your own based on what's in the book. Let me show you that slide. So that's going to be 20A, number 1. Okay, so it doesn't tell you here how to draw a diagram, but I do want you to first draw a diagram because we are doing to guess and then find our equivalent, which you can see is the order this is done in, and then to find the current. Okay, go ahead and do that now, and have a great day.